What's happening, Green Hill Radio? Welcome to another Green Hill Radio News update. Green Hill Radio New World Order News Fireside Chat. Bucket up. Probably gonna do a part 3 to this video at some point, but I'm just getting my thoughts together on it, and I might have one of my friends come with me and talk about the COVID situation too, so stay tuned for that. But for this video, we're going to be talking about the 3, maybe even 4 schools of thought of people looking at Trump and the whole situation going on right now. So you have, where will I put this? You have, I guess I'll just start with whichever one. It doesn't really matter. They don't have a specific order. You have the school of thought presented in Q videos where there's this whole underground white hat Civil War bureaucratic dick measuring contest with, I've already made videos about the kind of stuff Q talks about. I remember one, it was years back. If you remember the one guy who had a podium set up and all the official seals and all the official paperwork, and he's making these decrees and memorandums, and he's like, and according to having, it's like the gold fringe on the flag Admiralty Law speech that Dale Gribble gives in King of the Hill, and he's like, I refuse to acknowledge the authority of a court with a gold fringe flag and all that speech, and that's all fine and dandy, but they're still gonna throw your fucking ass in jail. They don't give a fuck that so, like, to a certain degree, yeah. But you have the school of thought that there's all this kind of shenanigans in the background, and Trump is, Joe Biden's dead Kennedys are coming to give speeches, but now, I actually did find the greatest show on earth Q videos, even though they didn't reference Q too much, to actually be pretty getting distracted here. Pretty compelling. That's the word I was looking for. Out of everything that I've seen from Q, because like a lot of times the shit is like fucking nonsense. It's laughable. But those were actually compelling. I do recommend you watch them. After today's post, I'll probably put a period in the comment section just to send them back up to the top. I commented the opposite part, 2 parts that are posted, or 3 actually. Edmund, if you want to post that, the first part that you posted, was that the same as the fucking, I don't remember if that was the same as the 2 parts you posted more recently. Regardless, so you got this 4D chess concept of Trump and what's going on, and we'll call that school of thought number 1. And so then you've got, like, the way Canadian Prepper was just talking, school of thought number 2, we'll call this. And school of thought number 2 is what I outlined basically what I outlined in my The Tale of Two Kings videos, about Fable 3 and Trump, and the possibility that here is the goal that they want to get us to, and here is Trump, and here is Biden, and these are just 2 very different paths that arrive at the same World War III goal. And Off the Topic show, I was watching him recently, and he was basically saying the same thing, and I don't know if, he was watching me and came to that conclusion. I don't think he was doing the best job of conveying the point, but that's, beside the point. So go watch those videos. You find them scrolling, or go on. Hey, subscribe to the the backup channel, BitChute, where the titles, it's easier, because the photo gallery is annoying, because you have to fucking click on the video in order to see what was written in the caption, in order to know what the title was. Very annoying. Very annoying. You can't just scroll through and read the titles. So go on BitChute if you want to find that video. Subscribe to the BitChute channel. Subscribe to Gamers Theory 101. It's your button click away from flipping off the New World Order every day. A button click away from poking YouTube in the forehead and being like, "Heck, you dick." So that's school of thought number 2, is that two sides of the same coin. Essentially, the most masterfully played scenario of controlled opposition that the world has ever seen. You have school of thought number 3 that I tend to occupy most often, which is all of the Q shit is nonsense. It's a psyop. If you want to believe Alex Jones when he said that Trump started Q, then fair enough, because he did say that, and I put that in the comment section of those videos.
You're not an evil person just because you drew pictures.
I saw an eyeball with legs.
I know we're supposed to be scared of it, but it's kind of beautiful.
The greatest show on earth about Trump videos, I said that in the comment section. Alex Jones said Trump started the Q movement, but he also said it got co-opted by the deep state after he left, and that's why a lot of it is fucking nonsense. And it's basically become a psyop. So the school of thought is that Q nonsense is all nonsense. It's all bullshit. And don't sit there and think, like I said in my previous videos, that there's some grand plan to come and save your ass. No, we are it, us as individuals. And it is what it is on its face, this grassroots kind of mixture of all us content creators, Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, pushing Trump being this representation of the broader awakening of the American people being ready to elect a candidate that sits there and talks about the New World Order and globalism and goes on the Alex Jones show. And we got to push him up there in order to drain the swamp and hold his feet to the fire and shit. The Q nonsense throws all that out the window. Trump is perfect. The nigga might as well be God. Oh, see, there we go. Well, whatever. Moving on. Get fucked, cunts. Buy one of those hats. He might as well be God, and that's just ridiculous to me. But I haven't read through the fucking executive orders. Probably gonna edit that out just so I don't know, should I? Gosh. I have too many black friends. Oh, man. Let's see, so... Yeah, like, it's very on its face. Is what it is. Right, so now I would say that there is a 4th school of thought there. And the 4th school of thought, I guess you could say, would be like the school of thought that you might say there's a 5th one, and that's the fucking loony Democrats who think he's going to be the end of the world and all that kind of shit. They've been screaming since day one their asses off. But we're just going to ignore that, because that's like barely even worth an explanation. But the 4th school of thought would be the milquetoast average Republicans who, when you try to talk to them about conspiracy theories, they really don't know what the fuck is going on. But, you know, like, Trump is sort of dragging that shit out into the light. So, like, their awareness level before Trump is like this, and it's gotten to like here in comparison to ours, which is like here. You see what I'm saying? So, like, to them, I guess it's like a George W. Bush versus fucking Al Gore kind of scenario in a very you know, mainstream idealistic, like if none of this shit existed and America was just what they told you it was, you know what I mean, and they're just voting like it's Bush, you know what I mean, like I imagine there's some fucking like old fart, there's a lot of old farts out there probably who would vote for Bush, and they're voting for Trump just because there's no George W. Bush. You see what I'm saying? Alright guys, hopefully this video will upload.